Are we here? We did it! Hi, everybody. Thanks for being patient with us this week. We're fighting a little bit of a battle against static and all of the internet. But we're excited to be playing some Dungeons & Dragons tonight. Hi, welcome back. This is episode 6 of Arc 4 of Better Than Heroes. My name is Rachel Weeks, and I play Klik, the level 10 Tohr-Kreen fighter.
I'm Ovredahl. I'll be here as soon as I can. I play Flute.
And I'm Jordan Dahl. I play the Moonboy, a level 10 Moonboy.
I'm Aaron Urist, and I play K.A.I. Hammerstein, the Artificer.
And I'm Harlan Kelly. I'm the Dungeon Master of this game, and I play everybody else.
We're going to play some 5e Spelljammer-inspired Dungeons & Dragons tonight. But first, our show is normally live soundtracked by Jason Wardell, who is out ill tonight.
Chilly Whispers.
But yeah, they get us all. But gotta throw him credit where credit is due. We're gonna hear some of his music tonight, maybe. We'll see. It is live directed by Case Drury of Tiger Moon Productions, and the show is brought to you by our patrons and subscribers.
I couldn't hear it.
So if we are so grateful to everybody who subscribes to the channel, who supports us on Patreon. You literally make the show possible. You help us pay Case, you help us play Jason, and make the show what it is today. If you're not currently subscribed or a patron, consider supporting the show financially. It helps us cover the cost of making the show as awesome as it is. If that is not possible right now, you can also pick up a t-shirt or a sticker or something like that on our Teespring. Or you can just tell your friends about the show, because we're fun. So yeah, share the good word of Better Than Heroes, and we appreciate every little thing you do to make it possible for us to play D&D with our friends every Monday. For you.
8 p.m. Mountain Time.
Every little thing you do is our magic. You know what I'm saying?
Is our... Every little thing.
Every little thing you do is psionics. That can be an episode title.
That counts.
I don't want that one.
We are going to play some D&D tonight, but first, we're going to recap what happened last time.
Oh, and Andrew will be here pretty soon.
Previously.
Yeah.
Chilly Whispers.
I said previously. Previously on Better Than Heroes, the crew battled against the frog-hemoths. Did they win? They talked to a goblin they'd rescued about ways into the Skull Goblin Palace, but did they talk about anything else? Did Aaron forget to write the recap this week? Find out right now on Better Than Heroes.
Oh, was that it? I don't even have time to get to break.
Wow.
Oh, shit. Okay. Hold on. Now I gotta get to the intro. Just do the same thing one more time. Just do the same thing one more time.
That is all that happened. In my defense, that's all that happened.
We did. We fought frogs.
I wrote that I wrote that shitty recap like a smartass, and then went through it and was like, wait, that's actually all that happened last week.
Okay, but
And so I kept it.
now.
wait, hold on. Will you do the
now.
recap one more time, though?
Previously on Better Than Heroes, the crew battled against the frog-hemoths. They talked to the goblin they'd rescued about ways into the Skull Goblin Palace. That's all that happened. Find out right now on Better Than Heroes.
It took us a while to, take out the frog-hemoths.
Combat in 5th edition can take a long time.
Oh no, that's a very old one. Shit, nope. There we go. Holy shit.
Nice.
Wild. Okay.
There it is.
All right. We're back, baby. We're back. Like, do you see that? Do you see that
are
old
back.
frame? All those people who've been around forever. You see that old frame pop up? Let's go. Throw it back, baby.
We're back.
Kind of
home.
liked it. It was retro.
Why'd you want to be a cowboy baby?
So we're gonna find the crew here hanging out with Lag, the goblin that you all saved from the frog hemoths, and K.A.I, I assume you were over there sewing pieces of the goblin ship back together that he said you all
That's
needed.
right. That's what we. That's another thing that happened. We discussed.
Yeah. I saved that goblin out of the throat of a frog hemoth.
That's true.
Yeah.
He was almost a dead guy.
Chat got Flute to teleport out of the belly. It was all there. So,
Yeah.
you all are hanging around, kind of like King of the Hill style, sitting next to your new ship, Stella Luna, and you all are watching K.A.I put the pieces of this goblin ship back together. It's designed to carve holes in the interior of the planet Garden, and you all know that Lag has this point of entry into the palace of the Skull Goblin King, and I will leave it to you all on what the next steps here are for the party, on how you want to prepare for your maybe heist of sorts, your backdoor entrance at least into the palace of the Skull Goblin King that's occupied by Mind Flayers.
Backdoor heist 37.
Is heist-like.
Yeah, except for money, we're stealing an old king.
Right. Which is honestly worth, more than money in some cases. Kings have land and land.
I don't know if he
Portals.
even has that anymore.
It's true.
Can I investigate the ship and see if I can help put stuff together?
Oh yeah,
Do you
absolutely.
need
You can be lifting
any
pieces,
kind of a role from me for the
helping out. Oh, I mean, absolutely. I was gonna see kind of like what the scene
Okay,
was
okay.
first. But if
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha.
But if Moonboy and Klik both want to pitch in here, as Flute seems to be sulking below deck of the cabin of the ship, if
He's
you all
taking a
want
shower.
to pitch in here and
in the
help
bathroom.
K.A.I, I would love some flavor from you, Aaron, from K.A.I on what it looks like for K.A.I to be sewing the ship back together. And then I assume maybe a strength check from you, Klik, as to help out here. And then Moonboy, you can tell us how your skills are pitching in this moment. But first, let's have you, K.A.I, give a little flavor on how you're sewing the ship back together.
Yeah, absolutely. K.A.I is standing in front of this destroyed goblin carver, and he's got sort of all of the broken pieces of it, like all the different IKEA pieces kind of laid out, and they're all like levitating around him. And the ship's tentacle sort of worker arm things are like handing K.A.I pieces and stuff and helping him screw in bolts and stuff. It's a little bit of a two-man job. While
And I will say, Lag looks a little horrified about the tentacles that are coming off of your new ship, Stella Luna, because they resemble even though they don't look like Mind Flayer tentacles, it's still like tentacles coming off of a ship are a
Sure.
bit of a
Sure.
a jarring sight for Lag, and he kind of like keeps looking over at the rest of the crew to see if they're reacting.
The Moonboy catches him looking over at us, and he's like, I know, pretty weird, right?
Yeah. He says, "Did you all make this ship?"
Well, yes, mostly me, really, but K.A.I helped a lot.
Oh, okay. So you have been influenced by Mind Flayer construction, then?
No, that was the part. That was all K.A.I,
Oh.
really.
Well, he says, well, you
he
better be
did.
careful then, because if someone can build something like that, they've probably, seen into what Mind Flayers can do. Look at the way the tentacles were hidden before and come out.
Oh, he super has. He's like communed with like a brain, and he was like part of the network for a second.
And you trust him?
It ruled. Yes, he's like, he's the best. Did you try the ice cream?
No, I mean, I want to, but I'm having second thoughts now.
I mean, once you've tried the ice cream, you wouldn't have second thoughts. You know that nothing with wickedness in its heart could create such a cream as this.
I mean, I don't know about that. There's lots of terrible things in this world that I have come across that still can create things that are enticing.
Like delicious foods. I'm telling you, there's something about okay. Like if you eat a pie made by a beholder, it's probably some of that hatred. You'll taste it in the pie. They will cut corners. They'll use cheap, cherry pie filling. It'll be bad.
Sure,
But
but
when someone with goodness in their heart makes a pie, they care about each one of the cherries.
even the kindest, most, my great-great-grandmother, I'm sure, could, if her life depended on it, cook a goblin up in a way that tasted delicious. Make a forbidden stew, and it would taste delicious. But that doesn't make my grandma bad. But it also doesn't make it good that she. It wouldn't make it good if I ate it. I would still be eating goblin. You know what I'm saying?
I do. And, now I'm hungry. Not for goblin, but all this talk of food.
Okay.
I know the tentacles are weird, but look, Kai, hang on. And I get on the walkie-talkie, I'm like, watch this. Kai, this is the Starman. Can you make the tentacles do like that silly thing where they pretend that the ship has a mustache?
Yep. One mustache coming right up, and the tentacles sort of go out in mustache mode, and then they start doing shadow puppets
Yeah, Moonboy's like,
of a guy with a mustache.
That's absolutely going
It's
to be
like a mind flare, but then he has a mustache.
That's absolutely going to be a performance check for you there, Kai. I'm going to roll a contested
go.
check to set the DC here with these wonderful new dice I got from Colin Cthulhu in the chat. We had a
oh wow, he
fan
got
of
me
Better
some
Than
too.
Heroes. If you got them, show them off. I think I have yours, Rachel. I think I have yours in my hand right now. They came in these very cool
Jealous?
bags. I need to mail you yours that are right here. So
They are.
I actually think that's my other
can't-
one. I got two.
You can't see it on my tiny
This is
camera,
yours,
but if you go to
Rachel.
the...
You probably
Oh,
have
they're so
mine
cool.
also, because I'm not in the state.
Oh, okay, well then wonderful. Then I have
If you
yours.
go to our Discord,
curse
which is
it.
in the in the Twitch chat, there is a Talking Dice channel, and you can see up close videos of these dice that
They're so
I dropped
cool.
in there,
They're
or
so
Colin
cool.
dropped in there.
I
I got another one for our Stake
anyway,
Night campaign. Look at that honker.
I'm gonna roll this bad boy
So
in
good.
in contest. He asked me what color I wanted, and I said glittery pink, and I got it. So, what
Nice.
was your performance check there for the ship? Okay.
10.
All right, wonderful. I got a 9. So look at you, Colin. You've
Easily
done it.
impressed.
You've done it. This is what happens every time
How
Easily
people.
does this
impressed.
happen?
Every time people give me dice for this goddamn show, they roll terrible. Which honestly, nice. Well done.
Get Arlen the DM dice. Get the DM set.
So he looks at
Harlan,
you.
you have to roll the special die.
They said this has 21 sides. What the hell is this?
He looks at you, and Lag looks at you, and he's like, okay, just, that is pretty cool. That definitely looks like a mustache when it wriggles like that. Whenever I grow a mustache, it wriggles a little bit. So I understand.
Right?
He's
Yes.
like,
I had
but just
that too.
just keep an eye on him, he says to you, Moonboy, kind of quietly into the side. Because, that's a mind flayer tentacle if I've ever seen one. And I've seen...
Are you guys on the ship?
No.
I?
Everybody's kind of, down, kind of, huddled around you.
Okay.
And,
Can
Klik
I-
is helping you.
Can I beg a roll? And you can tell me if this is not what it is. But can he kind of take the ship in? And can the Moonboy ask within his heart, is this a Mind Flayer tentacle? Does he think Kai I guess I'm asking for an insight check into
Sure.
his own insights.
You absolutely can do an insight check. While you're doing that, I would love to have Klik just roll a straight up strength check, and for you to give us some flavor about what it looks like for Klik helping out K.A.I and the tentacles of your new ship.
I got a 6.
Nice.
So, Klik in the background just trying to gather pieces. But she keeps picking up heavy stuff that isn't part of the ship and just bringing it over to the ship.
I think Lag
Is
keeps
this the
yelling
ship?
too.
The
He's
pile,
like, yeah, because you're
Yeah.
not quite familiar, so like Lag keeps yelling like, oh, that's a rock. Like, yeah.
Yeah, and she puts it down and goes to find something else and comes back with like a big trunk of something. And you're like, what? No.
Just picking through trash like District 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, comes back with a comb. What?
Yeah.
Why would this? I just liked it.
know.
I'll use it. You know what? I'll make it. I'll put it in.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay, cool. With a dirty 20, there's something that rings true to you about what Lag is saying. It is not a Mind Flayer ship. It's not controlled by Mind Flayers in any way. It seems to only react to K.A.I.
sure.
But you do see that, like, art imitates life kind of thing of like, this is resembling something that you have seen before, and there's a bit of worry in your mind about you've seen K.A.I connect with Spelljammer helms that were primarily built for Mind Flayers, so there's just worry.
Okay, great.
It's definitely, the whole thing is like it's not Mind Flayer technology, but it is riffing on the Mind Flayer
Yeah, yeah.
technology in a way that might make people uncomfortable.
It's like you discovered how handy ship tentacles
Yeah,
can be. Can't leave
exactly.
them behind.
Why should they have all of the tentacles?
It's good
People
design.
who don't eat brains could make use of tentacles as well.
They don't have a monopoly on tentacles. I
That's
understand.
right.
Yeah.
We can't let them have tentacles.
Plenty of people eat tentacles, They probably
That's
don't like
right.
that very much.
Cool. And so you all will need to spend a few hours here. So if you need to spend, if everyone but K.A.I can take a short rest if they would like to expend hit dice to heal yourself. If you get any of your abilities back with a short rest, now you just kind of get those here. So yeah.
I have rolled my d6, by the way. It is a good day.
Love it. And then, great. Does anyone? So as K.A.I is kind of like prepping to do this,
Remind
you all.
me
Yep, go for it.
how to do a short rest. Sorry.
There's some, each character has different abilities, and some of them might have something that say like you can use this once until
just-
you like this recharges on a short rest or whatever. But besides
on-
that, besides like the specific abilities, you can spend as many of your hit dice as you want. Which, with how this game goes, you should have full hit dice, which means you have 10 of whatever hit dice yours are, and you can
Okay.
keep rolling those until you are full HP. So you don't have to like say I'm
Yeah.
gonna roll 10 or whatever. You can just say like I'm gonna roll 1 and see how much that fills me up, and you add your
Sure.
con modifier to whatever you roll, and that helps you heal.
Great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
It's been a while.
Players, short rests are broken. You should always do them. Argue with your DM about how it only takes an hour of you doing nothing. Take short rests, especially if you're a warlock. Okay, that's my PSA.
And we have a bard.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes short rests even better.
Bards love naps.
Yeah, bards.
Do we?
He's always in the bathroom.
He's in the bathroom. He's got the whispers.
What are you doing in the bathroom day and night? Give someone else a chance.
Gross. Jordan, where'd you go?
Why did that happen?
We'll find out next time on Better Than Heroes.
Find out right now.
So,
Oh, weird.
so the full crew is there, hanging around, and after this short rest here, you, unless you want to talk to Lag about anything or do anything else, kind of like in this downtime, you will see the like a barn being raised almost. This broken pieces of the ship being kind of like stitched and pulled together by K.A.I.'s magic and abilities here, as the ship is pulled back up, and it has these like pincers on the side, and it starts to like there's like some smoke coming out of the back of it, and it looks like it will be ready to move soon. So if you all want to do anything else before that, you can, but if not, go for it. We can keep rolling on.
Still doing short rest math here, but I think we just got there.
If you're on D&D Beyond, there's a button too.
Harlan, do you need anything from me for the
No.
repairs?
Yes, I just need a Arcana check or your Tinkerer tools, either one.
Let's tinker.
Tinker away.
I will tinker. Tinker, tinker too. Okay. 26.
26. It's like lag keeps going. Whoa! Is he? What? Like as you're doing it, and it's impressive to both of you, even though you all have seen K.A.I. work many times before. Like Bessner's floating around and kind of like bringing him bits and pieces as well, along with Klik, and like the tentacles of the ship are handing you things, and but it's really coming together beautifully. You are unstoppable, K.A.I.
Excellent.
Klik's just
I have
handing you
tinkered.
Duplos, bits of dirt. Found this crat. Is this helpful?
You just see it like it's like this fur, yeah, the furry like with like a big rat tail and pincers creature that you all have come across, and as crats are just like wriggling all around, and you do like hand K.A.I. one at one point, and you're just like holding the tool for a second. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. As you finished a long rest, Moonboy, can you roll a Constitution saving throw?
Sure.
Of course. Did we finish a long rest?
Long
just
rest?
now?
I'm sorry. Short.
Is this a magical effect?
Nope. It is straight up your
12.
own physical ability here.
Right. But because of my gnomish ways, I get advantage on trying to save against magical effects.
Yep, it is not a magical effect.
Okay, 12.
You are unable to keep notice and keep your hat on in the moment. Like you're unable to save here of a large blue salamander-like creature just being out of your hat like someone throwing up a tadpole. Just like falls out in front of you, and it's just like wriggling around and looking at you, scared. As this is a continuance of a now regular tradition for you of creatures just coming out of your hat, and it like looks around, it looks at you, and goes, "Arr, arr."
Hi, hello. He kind of looks at it and tries to surmise what it wants.
"Oh sure, you can roll an animal handling check."
Sure. Whoops, accidentally rolled acrobatics.
Rachel and Aaron both went,
Flips?
"Makes sense." Yeah.
Handle that lizard that just fell out of
Performance
your
checks,
hat.
animal handling checks. I love it.
That's an 18.
It looks very. It's like a dog in a car. Like it's just very unsure of everything that's happening and looks disoriented and is being aggressive because of that. And what was the question that you asked me of like what you were rolling for? I just want to get the specific.
What does it want?
Oh, okay. It looks like when you successfully calm it down, kind of, because you have this moment of like it's just freaked out, and you just straight up kind of like.
It's okay. It's all right. You big crazy boogery guy. What's the deal? What do you need? You hungry? Sleepy? Thirsty? Want to listen to music?
It just kind of like.
Energy? What do you like?
Looks at you and starts making when it sees you and you kind of like calm it down and it looks at you, it curls its little lizard body up. It kind of looks like a Gila monster but blue, you know what I'm talking about? Like, And
Sure.
it kind of like wraps up. It's like cashews itself, like dog's cashew, in front of you, and its like head is plopped on its own body, and it's just like looking at you suspiciously, and it stopped growling, so it looks a little bit more comfortable. And because you asked like what it wants and what specifically, it looks at you, and you can tell that it's like it kind of like every time you move around it, it'll like, and you see there's another creature that came out before, right? There's like this like furry other being that kind of like looked like a panda or koala bear. Like when it hears the chirps from that, it peeks its head over the side of the ship and is now watching this creature and throws itself overboard and kind of like plops down next to you. And this, like, you know, again, this is like a hairy koala, almost like somewhere between a raccoon and a koala. And it's like over to it, and it looks over at the koala, and it's like, and they seem to be communicating with each other.
I don't really have any way to speak to them, unfortunately, because I just didn't. I'm gonna need a long rest for that. So I think Moonboy's going to be like,
Oh, okay. You seem to know each other. Okay, well, do you want back in the hat?
and he's gonna take the hat off and kind of hold it down to them and point.
They both go and like start running away from it.
No, he puts it back on.
No, wait, come back!
They both freeze, and kind of like once you put it back
Okay.
on, they
Alright,
they
listen,
move back
we're
over
going to-
slowly.
We're going to go to my room. K.A.I made me an incredible room, and there's lots of moon plants there, in little pots. There's little zero-scaped kind of terraced area. You'll love it. Come, let's go. We'll go take a look.
And he's gonna kind of, boy, what does he have? He's got pickles, quite obviously.
Oh yeah.
He's going to find a loose pickle in his pocket
Gross.
and start breaking off pieces of it for them.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, with that animal handling check you rolled earlier too, they are
Great.
totally just dogs with treats. You know, they're like
Great.
you move the pieces of pickle around and they're like following it, and they found like spots to curl. They found their own barrels to curl up in that they've claimed, and then are
Yeah.
just like jumping out of them to eat the pickles that you throw around the room, and they seem satisfied and
Great.
cozy and safe in your room.
Great. Wonderful. This is problem.
Yeah.
There's only going to be so many barrels. Who would I even talk to? I guess kind of in this moment, the Moonboy would sort of take off his hat in the quiet of his room and be like, I think he's kind of been afraid of going in there and talking to the moon because of the last few times that he's done it. It's been sort of weird. The moon has been acting strangely. But I think in this moment he goes back in there and he looks into the hat.
Okay. All right. So you want to give us a little description of what people see when that happens, and then Aaron, you can take over as the moon after Jordan throws his
Yeah,
axe.
I kind of think of it as it's just darkness, you know, like when you look in a hat, and then you know when you're in the house just looking in hats, it's like that, but then stars, little twinkling stars, and then turning around, almost like a statue being turned from the shade into the sun, is a massive alien moon with a friendly face upon it, cast against a backdrop of distant twinkling.
All right, Aaron, you're welcome to it.
Hello, the moon.
Hey, hello, Moonboy.
What's up? How have you been in here? I'm sorry I haven't been around in a while. It's crazy out there.
I don't know. Let me ask the dungeon master what's going on with
Yes,
me.
you take a second.
Yes. I need to... I don't know.
In retrospect, this mechanic.
I didn't really... Yes. I could just make it up.
Well-
Hey, you're level 20 now, Moonboy.
Oh, whoa, sweet. Oh, look, I am. I cast
Oh,
wish.
look. Look at all these experience points.
I will say the moon knows that these creatures have been flowing through here, but the moon also is a moon and not a
Yes,
animal,
sure.
and so cannot speak to these creatures. So the creatures just kind of like walk by more than anything.
Do you know? There have been like a bunch of animals and like crazy little sort of moon critters. If I had to guess, they seem like they come from Lunastera, perhaps of old. Sort of, dumping out of my hat at not inopportune times. It's been I know, right? It's been pretty convenient so far, but it's only a matter of time before one plops out while I'm,
Flopping.
yes, in the bathroom, or even I was just going to say like at someone's at a church, or an auction where everybody has to be quiet, or a library,
Totally.
right? Could be quite
Well-
embarrassing.
What do you want me to do about it?
Well, I
Have you
suppose
talked? Have you talked to the union?
No, they are.
They're very organized.
All right. It's that bat guy, right?
Yes. That's the
What
one.
was his name? Did he give me a card or something?
I don't know. I think it's probably like illegal for me to give you any information about the union because I assume that they exist to sort of barter between you and me. I'm like
yes. Technically, we shouldn't be having this conversation.
I don't think this is. It's fine.
It's off the
I
road.
am police.
Well, listen. It was nice to see you, the Moon, and I will get in touch with. What was his name? Bartleby. Was it Bartleby?
That sounds right.
That does sound right.
Bat, Bartle.
Bartleby. I'll remember.
You
I'll
get
scry
it.
him.
It's
Has
Bartholomew.
this
love
been
that.
helpful? I don't think I've given you any
Bartholomew.
information.
No.
Do you get
Well,
to-
I'm not.
Do you
no,
get to
it's
like
okay.
ask me questions or whatever?
Yes, I've got
It's
one.
been a
I've got
while
one.
since we've done this.
Yes, I've got one. We're going to we're going on this we met this goblin. His name is Lag.
Oh,
Yes, right. He's a skull goblin. Do you know about skull goblins?
no. Wait.
Oh,
Yes,
Yes.
no.
okay, well, it's a whole thing. They wear skulls. So
Oh.
technically they have like two skulls. It's like a skull, then goblin, then another skull. Real skull sandwich situation.
Wow.
Right. But we met this one Lag, and he says that we're on this mission. You know how it is. high adventure and whatnot. And he says he's going to give us a back way in, a secret passage, a shortcut. Is he to be trusted? Will this path bring weal or woe? O moon of mine, celestial bro.
That was good.
Thank you. I think I'm bringing the rhyming thing back.
Yes, you should. Inspiration. I can't give you that, but I do.
You can give me moonspiration. I have hundreds of
Moonspiration.
these things.
You can use it once for nothing, but it'll make you feel good.
You can
It'll make you
only
feel.
spend
If
it.
you use it, it makes you feel like you're on ecstasy. But it
Uh,
doesn't give you any mechanical benefits. It just gets you
moon.
fucked up.
Is this just ecstasy?
Yes.
Are you just in here rolling
I
your
call
ass
it
off because it
I call it
explains a lot?
moonspiration.
God, I like how there was a bit for a while about how the moon was drunk, and now this is just
No,
the moon is descending here. Like,
The moon is. The moon is ascending, if anything.
The moon is gonna become one with everything.
Mm-hmm. I've
Cooking
been
up
listening
acid
to a lot
in
of
here.
Rogan, Moonboy.
Me too. Oh my
I
god.
tried
we should just
DMT.
veg out in here and do DMT sometime.
Totally.
The moon's
Anyway,
like, I'll
it's,
just talk to anyone who comes in here. It's just, that's all it is. I'll just talk to anyone.
The moon is a very easygoing sort.
Usually.
It's like the
Well,
hippie in my
I,
building who doesn't fucking ever get their laundry out of the machine and it's just like, yeah, I'm just fine. It's cool. You just move my clothes. Yeah, sorry.
Maybe the laundry wants to be in there, man. It belongs there. Okay, the moon. Well, as
Wheel or
always.
woe, right.
Yes. Wheel or woe on the lag question.
You were going to leave before I answered it.
No.
You're just going to pocket that sweet X that I gave you and get on out of here.
Oh, I already took that.
Good.
That is gone.
Me too.
I've eaten it. Nice. I'll text you.
You want to rub this blanket?
Yeah. You don't get the benefits of a long rest. That's all I'm saying. Cool. The moon, you are able to give Moonboy the answer wheel to taking the shortcut that lag has
Dope.
provided you.
He's good. He's down.
You know? Okay.
He gets it.
Sweet. Yes, I sort of. Yeah, it seems cool. I like the skull. I wouldn't do it because, spooky, but I like it. Okay, the moon. As always, I love you, and I hope that I find
Love you too, Moonboy.
wherever you are, and that I'm able to bring you back, even though I know that
hope
you were
so.
exploded.
As you start to say goodbye here, as you say I love you, the moon, you see behind the moon, something you've never seen before. This kind of like misty swirl. There's almost like a background to the starry sky. And almost like it's orbiting off the side of the moon. Excuse me. Almost like it's orbiting off the side of the moon. You see just the mist swirling and moving, and it opens up, and a large butterfly, maybe the size of your head, that has bright white wings, and it's like it has a glowing yellow luminescence to it, just comes flapping out of it, and you would recognize this
Whoa.
as kind of like a lightning bug-esque creature from Lunastera, the planet that you originally are from.
Wow.
Kind of like pops out next to the moon, and in the moon you would recognize this as Aaron. Also, if K.A.I dies, we're definitely just like personifying the moon, and you're coming back as the moon.
Sure, I'll play the moon as a character.
The moon vessel.
And so, like, you, the moon, would recognize this as, like, every time all these creatures that Moonboy has described that is coming through this place, like, kind of comes through in a similar way like that. And it just, like, flaps past you, Moonboy, and it almost, like, you think it kind of, like, flies toward you, almost like it's going for your collar. And, like, K.A.I and Klik, you see Moonboy has his hat on, and underneath it, this, like watermelon-sized butterfly just like leaks out from underneath him, like flies up and away.
Sorry about that. Get out of here.
What
Carl,
was
fuck
that?
off,
Why did that happen? Did you do that? What's going on back there?
The moon, you know, you definitely did not do that.
What?
Did it look, I mean, from looking at this, can I do anything to glean what kind of, was it magic? Was it a natural occurrence? Was it, what just happened? Is there
What
there
is
anything?
it? Yeah. You can do an Arcana check here.
Okay. I'm not very good at that.
Oh,
I will say,
I give you guidance.
That's a
yeah.
I'm just kidding.
12.
I can't do anything. I'm in the moon.
You know, I can give myself guidance.
That's actually me doing that. So
How about how's a 15 grab you?
With the 15, you know that it is some sort of portal that is happening there.
There's portal
Which-
action happening in here.
Which
In
you were
your
told
hat?
specifically by your portal regulating friend that the hat was a portal.
Chuffs.
Yeah.
The hat was a portal.
Chuz
We do know
Chuffington.
that.
Yeah.
Okay. Holy shit. Is Moonboy's hat one of the portals we've been looking for?
Maybe it's time to wake up.
Oh my god, I think Moonboy kind of has that thought, and he's like,
I gotta go. The moon. If more creatures come through, tell them it's fine. Tell them to go to my room.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Gotta go. Bye.
And
Love you,
Be
Moon.
here forever.
As you pull your hat off and come back to the crew here, we're going to take a quick break. We're gonna pop to break here. We're gonna take a $5 where we drink, pee, and we'll be back in just 5 minutes. So we'll see in a second here. Let's see if I can press a button correctly and have it not be something that it's not supposed to be. We'll find out here in seconds. See you soon.
Noise.
Jackass Forever is very good. Go see it. That's what we're talking about. Okay, cool. So the Flute, you wander up on board here from kind of like pacing down below the deck, thinking about your life in the dream that you had before. And Moonboy, you pull yourself out of the hat, and that smoke cloud was well timed, Jordan. I'm just saying, as you pulled the hat off. Sorry to call attention to it. You all are all up on deck. What are you doing here? I will say. Never mind. Yeah, you're all up on deck. The ship has been fixed. Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Kai, you've called the meeting now as Moonboy has pulled his hat off. And what room do you gather everyone in? Oh, fuck.
It's okay.
The
We've been
description
muted
of
the
this
whole
observatory
time.
was
Jamming
choice.
and jamming.
Just
Chat-
me talking
chat
about
is-
Jackass Forever.
Chat.
Are we
is
back?
Like, help! Unmute.
Sorry,
Chat,
Jack.
I'm so sorry. I don't have you open tonight.
they can hear Harlan.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
can hear. They can. I know exactly what I did wrong. I'm sorry, chat. I'm running the stream tonight. Last minute. Yes, you were all pulled up on. Like, Moonboy comes out of his hat. We're just take two in it right here. Moonboy comes out of his hat, and you, Kai, you lock eyes with him. The ship is like pulled together, and Lag is just like looking at it like, hell yeah, nice. But as soon as you make eye contact with Moonboy, you don't need to roll an insight check to know you all need to discuss some things. And like, you can pull them into this room of your all's new ship, Stellaluna, and tell them what room you are pulling them into.
Sure. Yes, I will say let's all go upstairs, and we will go upstairs from the bridge, which is above the entrance hall, past a large room with a glowing circle on the ground, and into the top floor of the observatory on board the Stellaluna, which is a large, comfortable room with a clear crystal dome on top, with a wall that can expand and retract to cover the wall. It has a telescope on one side, and it also has a large has a large circular table in the center of the room that has a big glowing 3D display of the planet Garden.
Sweet. Whoa.
And there's
What?
coffee and tea and cakes.
Klik will whiz a tiny cake from, as soon as she comes in the door, smells cakes, whizzes a cake across the room into her own mouth and sort of snaps it up hungrily and a little gross. Yeah.
I love that, like, you just don't miss a beat. You just, like, step in and you're like, cakes, boom. Moonboy, do you want to share with the group or not? You don't have to. This is...
Yeah, no, absolutely. He spills his guts. He tells them everything. He's like,
I was in there. I was talking to the moon about all of the bugs and the lizards and the things that are coming out of my hat, and I can't believe I never seen it before. My hat. It's a floral portal. I mean, I can't be sure, but they said that there are, Chuz told us that there are portals everywhere, and we found out that, Florial was responsible for making this kind of network of portals, and we always knew that we were looking for portals here and there and everywhere, and it turns out they were on top of my head.
Could be right. Where did you get this hat? I've never asked you that. Where did this hat come from?
I don't know. It was, it was civil ethics. It was all his.
But is
I don't know. I don't know. Flute
sure.
or Windrider or whoever you are.
Also, hi, Flute. Hi, Windrider. So
Nice
we're
of
going
you
to
to join
we're going to get some more fiber into your diet.
after sleeping, I am back in flute mode. My belt buckle says flute, and my my eye is clear.
all right. He says,
No, he was a sort of. He's a different guy. It's all. No, I'm not. He's not me.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Oh.
But I don't know. I don't know much about that life. What I remember comes in bits and pieces, but it was all, a childhood. Forget about it. I don't know. Assuming that it was given to me as a child. I don't know.
But in those bits and pieces, you have no memory of Florial? I mean, we know that he knew the Moon Girl, so
That's true.
maybe he could have known Serial Ethic.
I don't know. Do I remember, Harlan?
Are you asking me to reach back into the consciousness of your character that you have forgot this whole time and see if you can remember anything about Florian?
well,
Question?
yeah.
Would be convenient.
I'm not trying to be shitty. I just truly want to know if that's the
Yeah.
answer. Yeah.
Maybe if we just shake you really hard.
I mean,
something will
the
come
answer
loose.
the answer is no. No, that has not. In all of the things that he has remembered or been told about his past life, that is not one of them. That he has come across. He remembers.
I remember it was the hat and the cloak and my little outfit and my old shoes were all. It was my part of my garb. I was one of the high druids.
And the plant. You had that plant when we found you.
Right.
Moonboy, if you would
Yeah,
like to roll a history check, you can. I will say it's very difficult. So.
Sure. Then I better do it with enhance ability.
Sure.
The Moonboy takes a moment.
And he goes, hang on. Maybe I can remember extra hard.
And like you see, he
Slide a
starts
bucket under him.
He starts to glow, but it is
Yeah.
not like a healthy glow. It's like a forced, like
backing
like
up.
Yeah, he
lot.
casts guiding. He casts guidance on himself, and he casts enhance ability. You see
Are they both
you
concentration?
see
I'm
No.
checking because this matters a lot to the plot, and I know.
Wait,
that
are
there
they?
is a slash of
Hang on, they
sneeze
might be. Hang on,
around
let me.
somewhere.
Yes, they are. They are.
Okay, so you can only
Oh
do
no,
one of
wait,
them.
wait. I can only do one of them. Okay, so he's going to cast enhance ability for specifically what is it? The owl? Yeah, you guys see over him the spectral vision of a distant moon with carved into its face what almost looks like it kind of looks like an owl. I can see how people might think this is the owl moon. And he gets advantage on this history check. And he didn't think very hard that time. Even worse.
I can't remember anymore today.
Yeah, you've only heard what you have heard about Florial from this timeline, from this world, from what you have discovered in this game so far.
A little bit of blue blood.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah, it's all right.
Is the portal just one way, or
Well,
can you send
no, I mean-
messages through it?
Well, yes, I go in and out all the time. I mean, I only ever put my head in to talk to the moon, but I suppose I could go all the way in. I suppose we all could. It's just a matter of, I mean, then we're just a hat sitting on the ground, and anybody else could come in behind us. Plus, I need my hat. That's how I talk to the moon.
If you
Is there a way we
ventured
can
into it,
figure out where that portal goes, or what's the deal with that portal?
I mean, maybe we can try to examine the hat. That's all I can think to do.
Like, can we take it to the portal agency and be like, hey, there's a in here. What is?
Oh,
Where
they'll take it away. They'll put it in some sort of portal obliterator, and the moon's in there.
I don't think that exists.
Yeah, you're right. We haven't seen anything that would imply that might exist.
Also, can we talk about a spin-off version of this game that's just called "Where's That Portal?" And that's it.
We don't even know that this is a Florial portal. All I know is that it's a portal. And it seems like more portals are happening inside of it, and it does seem, I hate to say it, but it does seem like that agency would know a lot about this sort of thing, doesn't it?
I mean, whatever's going on with your hat, it seems more active lately.
It does. I was told that I could get in touch with Bartholomew. Remember him?
Is that where
Isn't it?
Bartholomew's from? Is through that portal? Do you think that's how he gets there?
I don't really know. I don't really know where any of the animals are coming from. Then.
Is that your
I mean,
Waxicator?
he was one.
Bartholomew?
No, Bartholomew is a little bat who seems to be some sort of he's doing negotiations for the elemental guild or something.
Maybe it's Cradius Orcus.
Yes, little sort of a litigious kind of pudgy little twit, I suppose you could call him. I don't know. We had a bit of a confrontation.
So, I mean, do you want to talk to him, or should we try to look at the hat, or
Okay, well,
what do we need to do?
I
mean, what do we do with this information? It could be.
I think
first thing
we need to, this doesn't necessarily distract from our current mission. We can still, we have to go, we're on our way. Perhaps the Goblin King does indeed have a piece of this puzzle, but, it's a lead.
It's
Yeah, you
a
see the
neat-
very small crab-shaped ship that K.A.I just stitched back together, kind of like float up and off the ground, and like these tiny little legs come out and like support it in this spot, and you just you look around, you see Lag is nowhere to be seen, so it's a fair assumption that he is inside of the ship. Doesn't seem to be running away. It just seems like he is.
Oh, I thought he was stealing it.
No.
Fixed his ride and he bounced.
Jacking it. That would be pretty
I thought
funny.
he was. That would have been really.
Oh,
funny.
you want a little exposition dump? Well, this NPC just stole a ship and left.
After I like had a heart-to-heart where I spilled all this sensitive information to him.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck you. What's going on in the background? You should have done a perception check.
Okay.
Oh, it looks like he's up and running again.
So
It's possible that your hat is an escape route if we need it to be. Obviously, we can't leave it somewhere dangerous, but
Right.
if we need to get out of a place, it is kind of nice having a portable hole.
And I will say it seems like there's more portals happening inside there, so there's a chance that we could,
portal to
I don't know,
portal.
yes, maybe we could go in there and wait for one of those portals to open. And, I don't know, K.A.I, can you reverse engineer some sort of a portalator that can capture and stabilize a temporary portal? We can get back in there, see where these animals are coming from. They might be coming from Lunastera. I'm just saying. I'm not getting
Capture-
my...
Sure.
Lunastera destroyed?
A portal in
No,
space.
but they're here.
Such
Look,
a
go to
thing.
my room. It's full of animals. I
Such a
haven't
thing
seen anywhere
Could be
since.
possible. Perhaps.
Well, we don't have to do
Well-
it now, but
Yeah.
Anything is possible.
go ahead, Klik.
When you say anything is possible, you hear, you're right, it is. And a second version of Flute that looks exactly like him steps
Oh, no.
out from below deck.
No.
What does his belt say?
Check the belt.
Can I do a
Rachel?
belt check?
That was incredible. That was just, this is if you all, the rest of you should know. That Rachel Weeks brings nothing else to this game. I mean, she brings a lot to this game, but nothing else is that she is laser focused on the most important pieces of information immediately. So, it says.
It's a good pull.
I'm not gonna make you roll just because you said that immediately. I'm not at all gonna make you roll for this. It says Rider, and it's spelled with a Y.
Oh no.
That's not how rider is spelled, and that belt buckle has been tampered with.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Flute,
In fact,
who's your friend?
you look so closely at it. Your Klik's eyes, just all of her
Yeah,
eyes,
just
hone in on it. It doesn't reverse. It doesn't
I've only
flip.
seen this presence in like a dream state, right? When it was building the ship.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I built your motorcycle for you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a bit taken aback, I guess. I'll kind of just stare at myself. Am I really that short?
Actually, a little bit shorter.
Yes, he's being pretty generous.
He's standing.
His
He
shoes
stands
are
up
taller.
straighter than you. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got better posture.
The heels on the boots.
So we know it's not the real you.
He's slightly cooler than you.
I'm gonna put out a tentative hand and like try to touch it on the shoulder.
When you touch him on the shoulder, he puts his whole arm around you, and you can feel it is a physical corporal form. And he just like kind of grabs you toward him, and he's like, "Flute, aren't you gonna introduce me?"
Yeah, who's your friend?
I guess so. I guess this. I have to be honest. I thought that I just sort of dreamt you when we were making my ship. I didn't know. How are you? How are you physically here?
Because I am you. Because there is two of us now. Because you have created me, and in your sacrifice, your presence has been growing stronger and stronger, and you've been, gathering followers to make you and me stronger and stronger, and now I am here, and I hear we're going to bust up some mind flayers. We should, huh? It sounds fun.
Yeah, I don't. I just kind of like shrugged. I was like, I'm not sure.
The Moonboy's hands burst into flame, and he says, "Say the word, Flute."
Oh no, Moonboy, you're my best friend, he says.
I've never seen you before, though you are very cool.
I don't think that it means us any harm. It's helped us numerous times.
Yes,
Can
I've
I do
always
an
been in your
insight
heart,
check?
Flute. I am the Windrider, he says. He's like, I've always been in your heart. Yes, you can do an insight check, Klik. You absolutely can.
Sure,
The
you can
fires
do it.
go out when he says the Windrider.
Whoa. I'm going to spend a charge on the Omnipathy engine to gain advantage and proficiency and insight here.
Yeah.
Give you the
So-
updated stats.
So you can hear some light clicking and clacking in the back of Klik's head. There's these little sort of mechanical whirrings as she focuses on the new figure in the room, and that's terrible. We can do better, right? We did. It's a 3
Oh no!
with advantage. Hang on.
God, that's
so
insane.
it's 7 altogether.
Thank you, Colin. These dice aren't too rigged.
Oh, I don't even have mine. These are the ones I bought,
Oh, no,
and they're
I
going
rolled
back
higher
in
with
jail.
mine. So, Klik, you can't. All of your psionic, because the Omnipathy engine is kind of expanding your psionic reach a little bit, right? It's like enhancing a lot of your abilities that you've studied, and it just is a magnifying glass to it. And it's almost like a, maybe if you're in a Zoom call and also logged into somewhere else where the audio is coming through, and you're getting a doubled up audio sound of one person talking, all of the thoughts that you pick up from Flute are just and feelings are just mimicked right back from the Windrider. It's almost like even though Flute is surprised and the Windrider is confident, it just is intermingled, and it seems like a feedback loop between the two of them.
It's strange. They feel the same. It feels like Flute.
You wrote those notes.
I did. Yes, you got my notes. He says. He's so excited. I've been trying to help you for so long. He's like, well, I finally got enough power to be able to manifest a form, so here I am to help you. Are we gonna go kick the ass of some mind flayers? I'm excited.
I think I've pieced together a good amount of what's happened. I'm not exactly sure where this writer comes from, but I can tell you how he came about to be here, I guess. When I was at university at Bard College, I hated studying music, and so I just tried to hang out down by the docks and watch the ships go in and out, and as soon as I had a break, I headed to Firma Regna, and I hung out on the docks there, because they were even rougher than the docks back in Tohr.
And
I
docks.
started... What's that?
You love docks.
Yeah, yes, yeah. Well, I love the ships that were going in and out.
He's
and-
all about
You love-
docking, says the writer.
You love talking.
Yeah, I guess I right into that one.
You really docked with it.
I started hanging out at this tavern called the Salted Anchor, and I would sit there and I'd drink and just try to listen to stories and songs. And some nights after people had drank too much, the songs would get old and they would change the colors of the candles and rattle the floorboards. And one night I heard a song that I had never heard before, and I'd never seen the singer in there, and a hush fell over the crowd. It was a song of a sailor lost at sea, begging for help from some higher power. And after I heard the song, it was like a worm in my brain. I couldn't get it out of my head. I tried to find the song. I went to every library I could find. I asked around. No one had heard the song, and it seemed odd that such a powerful song would be all but forgotten. And I felt like I'd hit a dead end. And then, as luck would have it, I ran into a sailor who was low on coin and willing to talk for a bit of gold. And he told me that it wasn't a song at all, but a prayer. And that set me on the right track to search for this old prayer, which led me to an antiquity shop run by a woman named Wilhelmina, who turned me away time after time until finally I sold most of the instruments that I had inherited and walked back into her shop with a sizable sack of gold that even she could not turn down. And so she led me to her private library, where she had books in chains, books in cages, and she led me to a basin full of blood where she withdrew a book that had the prayer in question in it. And there she let me read the prayer in question. And the second I read it, I forgot it. And I was no longer obsessed with it, and it no longer burrowed itself into my mind. And I didn't give it a second thought, and I left, and months went on, and I ended up joining up with the widowers, and then I met you all and worked as a plunderer. But that moment when that shipwreck happened and I was knocked unconscious and I touched death, I remembered that prayer as if I had just read it that instant. And without even thinking, I spoke it, and something on the other side responded. I suppose something related to the writer here, although I don't think this presence is who I prayed to. But I'm afraid I prayed and negotiated a deal to come back in exchange for this, whatever this writer is, to be a passenger in our world, I guess. That's as much as I've been able to figure out, I guess.
Yeah, and the whole time the writer is like looking at him and just like smiling and like, and he looks after you finish, you're like, and I'm so proud of him for doing it all. Also, I realized I want to change the voice canonically to my Andrew impression, which you haven't heard yet, Andrew. So
I'm so excited.
So I just want to kind of, so if we could just reset here, this imagine this whole time he's been like, and I'm so proud. I think
That's my stock NPC voice.
Yep. I know I've played a lot of games with you.
Tell you something.
He kind of like rubs a tear out of his one good eye, and he's like, "Yep, I think that the way he told it is exactly right. And now I've been born into this world, and because of his sacrifice, there's not just him in this world, but two of us.
Yeah, I guess I
you keep
didn't
talking about a
realize that
sacrifice.
was part of the deal.
You keep talking about a sacrifice. I don't understand.
Oh, he died.
What sacrifice?
He died and came back, and now
Yeah,
And he was
but
like,
that
well,
was just like, he fell.
Sure, but I'm not one to divulge anyone's business dealings, so that's kind of for Flute to divulge if he would like to about the deal that was made.
Well, the exchange is that the next time I die, then my soul is bound to some commanding entity, I suppose, related to the writer, as it was here. But that's where I've gotten these new powers from.
What entity is that?
Oh, it's not that bad. He's like, I was under that service. I mean, I still am, but like under that service for a long time and kind of like living in that world before. It's not that bad. You know, it's just hell. It's no big deal.
Hell, like the hells.
Yeah,
The planes of hell,
it's a manifestation
where the devils and demons are.
Yeah, it's a manifestation of a location where you take people's essence and then you make it the worst version of themselves, and you just kind of magnify that, and then you manifest it in a physical place, and that is hell, yes.
So that's you. You're the worst version of Flute.
No. I used to be an entity that lived inside of that world, and now I'm able to be inside of this world and live here as...
You're a demon.
Excuse me? Am I redeemed?
No, you're a demon.
No. What do you
You're a hell spirit.
I'm not like tearing apart this ship. There's order and structure to what I
or
do.
a devil or whatever.
You're a bureaucratic
You're
demon.
whatever the lawful evil one is. Devils.
It is devil.
You're that one.
Yeah, he kind of like winks at you and he goes, I was, but now I'm the rider.
No.
But you're still going to take our friend's soul and give it to your boss who's going to, what,
And
some
who-
sort of torture it in a manifested
Right,
worst
right,
version of himself place
right,
forever, which I'm
right.
against.
Right. Against.
I will say again.
That's two against.
I'm before I
Three.
do any of that. I'm just here to fuck up some mind flayers. I can't wait. If he kind of like points, you see the goblin ship is like working on you see it like pincing apart pieces of the ground around it. These like vines that are reaching out of the ground as it's like seeing how this sewn apart ship is doing. And he's like, I just want to get on that thing, and yeah, I've been listening. He says, and I just want to get on that thing, go through that secret pack door, and fuck up some mind flayers. That's what I'm here to do.
You want to
And
thrash
what if-
ass.
What if Flute were to decide that he doesn't want you to ride any longer?
Yeah, Flute.
Yes.
I mean, I don't think that's going to happen because
I
we
look
have
at
a
Flute.
good thing going on. But he looks over and he's like, yeah, Flute, what would happen if you decided that?
I am not sure, but I think my lease on life might be terminated. As I know it.
You are here on his dime, sort of. He's paying the bill.
Right, because you know
Worth noting
he
that we're not
died,
like
and you got to
I
come
was
back.
dead, and the only reason that I got to come back is because of that prayer. But I didn't know that you could manifest like this. I didn't know any of this. I thought it was. I mean, I knew that you had a presence here, but I didn't know. You could take a form like this.
And he
Do
makes
you just keep growing and changing?
He makes one eye eye contact with you, Flute, and he says, I can do whatever I want.
Oh, I guess I didn't realize. Well, all right then.
You're welcome to roll an insight check if you'd like to.
Yeah, I would like to get. Yeah, yes.
Ian,
Oh baby! First dice roll of the game, nat 20.
Roll, everybody.
Bayom.
Aaron, that
that'll
was
be
nice
a-
of you to mail your dice to him. That was nice of you.
Thank you, Aaron. I think it's a 25, but I'm trying to check because I've erased. And these character sheets are old. It's got a nice antique feel to it.
Patina.
Yeah, that'll be a 25 with the nat 20
Man,
plus 5.
these players, they know. Y'all and Andrew Gabow know that the consistency of like, you know that if you roll a 20 to give me the score above it, it's like yeah. So with a 25, you know, he seems to be saying, "I'm in charge here," right, to you in a way that is convincing himself as much as he is convincing you. And it seems like his physical form is, you can kind of like see it in the especially because you've touched it too, that it is fleeting. Which you know that his power over you is not fleeting, but at least this physical manifestation has been incarnated into a physical form, and so in that same way could be defeated. So,
Interesting.
there's
So
a
he's
little-
sort of kind of not bluffing maybe, but overselling his abilities.
Yeah, when
Or
he
its
said, "I can
abilities.
do anything I want," he's saying it to be like, yeah, he's saying it as like, "Are you going?" Yeah, like a bluff, basically. I wouldn't say it's like a lie, but it's more of like, "Are you going to challenge this?"
Right. Yeah, I'll just kind of meet his eye contact to eye contact and not say anything. But just kind of give him a little nod, I guess.
And he nods back.
But I will look at the friends and see if they believe him or not.
Do we believe him? I guess.
Yeah, I feel like I don't want to, because we heard the results
Yeah.
of that check.
I don't think I want you all to
Yeah.
roll for this. I think it's more of like, I think this is like kind of a moment where
what you
he, like Flute, you, with your knowledge of this, you have appeased him correctly. You know, you've kind of like nodded back and held this on. And there definitely can be a moment later, you know, like if you want to share this information, but I don't think it's just like a straight up read on this moment.
Yeah.
So, especially because with like the meta talk of that, I just think it's just like you know that Flute has kind of like handled the situation with the nod, if nothing else.
Okay.
Cool.
Well,
Yeah. I'll just kind of like nod and look at them and.
so
Bye.
you're just here now. And
To help you, yeah. I mean, excuse me. To help you, yeah.
to be clear, we're not going to to fuck up mind flayers. It's a rescue mission. We're trying to be stealthy.
Oh, okay. Cool. So yeah. I'm great at stealth too. I've got these dainty legs, dainty arms. I took some dance classes in my past, so I'm like a little
Flute, he really is you.
I'm like a ballerina
know
with
if
a
I'd say
sword.
dainty. It's I would say average. For a
Do you
human.
want this entity here, Flute?
Of course he does.
I mean, it was here anyway. It just wasn't walking around. It was just sort of hitchhiking.
It's not exactly the same thing, is it?
The rider was inside of you this whole time.
Is this dude bothering you?
I mean, that's the question.
I think
I
think you should leave.
What?
Maybe you're. I'll kind of like step in between and be like to the writer, like, yeah, this is really shocking. I mean, maybe this is something that you could work up to. I mean, we just met at a fish version of me, and that was pretty weird alone. And now,
Oh yeah, did
to
you like
meet
that?
this version,
I gave him his powers.
you gave him his powers.
Thought that might be the case.
Yeah. He's like, I want to, do
Is
unto
he in a
others as have
contract
been done
like
unto
me?
you, Flute.
Is the breeze traveler under a contract like me?
Well, I mean, I'm not one to speak of other people's business arrangements. Excuse me. I'm not one to speak of other people's business arrangements.
It's hard. It's hard to keep track of, isn't it?
Yeah. Especially when this is someone else's stuck NPC voice. It's a little different.
Well, maybe for now, you don't have to take a form, and we can, I don't know, work up to it. Like I said, I think it is off-putting to my friends.
He leans in, and it's like if you were kind of like doing that, like kind of like pull you aside voice. He leans in, and he goes, "I don't care what your friends think or feel."
Do I hear him say this to the Windrider?
Roll a perception check.
I do.
Yeah, I'm rolling that too.
10.
No.
18.
Yes. When you say "I do," and he goes, "Well, I don't care what you care about, because I'm here to party, and I'm gonna party in whatever way that I want to."
Oh, I spawned a hell, bro. The worst of the worst of the devils from the Senor Frogs of Hell.
Cast a hell Nita. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Wow.
I do care what my friends think, and I think your connection to this world being me, I think it matters what I care about.
Well, he says, "So is there a problem?"
I'm telling you, I don't think there is a problem. I'm just saying you don't need to take a physical form. It's off-putting to them.
Okay, roll persuasion
freaking
check
out the
with
babes.
disadvantage.
Yeah, persuade me as well.
Well, piss and other piss.
And
I
shit.
got an 11.
Oh no.
You got an 18. Colin, thank you so much. You know, just
What am I calling dice? I set them aside. Calling dice, save me.
boy. Man. This is going to be a short episode of Better Than Heroes tonight, because you see the writer grow to 3 times his current size. You just see him say, "Then we have a problem," and he just gets 3 times his current size. And you see Lag kind of like poke his head out of the ship. He goes, "Hey, are we gonna go?" And he sees this like giant human, and he's like, "Nope!" And he puts like the hood back on the ship. And we're gonna pick it up next time in initiative with this 3 times the size version.
Can I do something before
100%.
we leave?
We've got 10 minutes. Let's go. You can do anything.
Just in response to
I
that,
love that though.
I'm going to cast Enlarge on myself.
Kaiju Kai.
Kaiju! Get the
And,
fuck
Wait,
out of
Aaron, I will let you break this of the initiative order here, as long as you give me a cool ass line that you say in response to him
Yes.
saying, "Then we have a problem," and him getting bigger, and then Kai says, as he gets bigger. So
Yeah, as he gets bigger, Kai also grows to meet his size and puts his hand out on this demon Flute's chest and says, "I said, I think you need to leave."
That's as mean as Kai's ever gotten.
Please.
Please exit
Sir,
the premises.
Sir. Sir.
He actually specifically didn't even say please, which is
Andrew, what's that liquor that
What's the liquor that Flute loves from?
Lilliput brandy.
Drambuie?
No, did you guys see how fast Andrew just said?
Yeah.
Just ripped that.
Yeah.
It's written on. I have notes, and it's in my notes.
Okay, you get
right
an
here.
inspiration next session. You can start next session with inspiration. And
Lilliput brandy.
like when you said
Lilliput brandy. I was just sipping some right over here.
Yes, my canonical Lilliput friend.
Kai, when
No,
you...
I have notes, and among the notes, like every session, I read my notes, and that's the top of the notes. So I was like,
Oh, you mean Lilliput Brandy?
When
The
you
first thing I wrote down.
When you say, like, I
Brandy?
think you should leave, like, it's like the two big versions of you, like, the writer, like, pulls out, like, a bottle of this that says, like, Lilliput Brandy in his fridge, and he just takes a swig of it and then smashes it on the ground.
no,
Oh God!
it's fine. It's only 30 proof. He could drink the whole bottle. And,
As we stand there staring at each other, a couple of unseen servants come out from behind the curtains and start sweeping up the glass.
I mean, I'm horrified. I'm horrified by this turn of events because
There's just
this is my meal ticket to life.
Yeah. And
we're mean mugging each other, and there's just a manless broom and dustpan.
I love this, like, anime showdown that's, like, happening from a bunch of angles, and it just, like, keeps flashing to, like, brooms sweeping up, too. I'm gonna put the brooms in the initiative order next time, just to keep track of how much they've cleaned up by the end.
Sure. Yes, exactly. The glass may affect
you make
the
these chores for
battlefield.
yourself, Harlan, and no one feels bad for you.
This is how my brain. This is like how I don't do chores in real life, but I can.
I love it.
Keep track of brooms
Yeah.
initiative. That's what I'm saying.
Harlan will spend the next week working on broom voices.
Hey.
don't we have?
What is Latin for broom? Yeah.
Dust
Don't we
flare.
have something?
I mean, since we have a little bit of
For-
time to kill here, like, feel free to plan. I think the
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think this is a great
Rolling
great
dice.
place to stop.
Yeah.
But don't we have something that, like, didn't we get some kind of crazy manacles or something?
Yes, we have dimensional shackles.
Yes.
Kai has them on his person.
Are they
Fuck.
big now?
I don't know. I hope so.
Oh,
Yes.
don't worry. Dimensional
Place
shackles.
them under
Well,
adhere
devil
to
arrest.
the size of the creature. They change shape.
From what I know of the
Incredible.
writer,
So-
it is in no hurry to leave this dimension.
Yeah, but I mean, if we could listen,
We could take it to another dimension and then shackle it there.
if
We could put him in Moonboy's hat.
Whoa!
And then him and the moon can party.
Yeah. That's all he wants.
Does want to party, but I get the idea. His like definition of
He wants
party
to have
is
a
somewhat
rude
fiendish. A rude party. Exactly.
He wants to play beer pong.
And smoke. I'm wondering if there's a way that we can somehow bind the rider to Flute's service.
Like flip him.
Like
Flip 'em spell.
flip 'em.
So it's the flute rider.
Writer.
I don't know. I mean,
That's
you know,
catchy.
in a lot of ways, like, Flute is the Windrider. This thing is mimicking you, you know? People don't mimic their fiendish butt. Doesn't even have a form. It's your hat, your
Yeah,
belt
but it was
buckle.
willed into being by fish people magic or whatever.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Yeah. He is a god, Flute.
Flute is, that's what I'm saying.
We also know
Whatever kind
that
of
Flute
crazy
is...
hoodoo.
Well,
Like-
yeah. Well, I think that poor fish folk didn't realize. Yeah, I don't know.
What deal it made. Also,
Yeah,
it
I
got
think
very
Flute got
low-key
hooded.
up in here. We got all kinds of variants
Truly.
running around.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Very
Four
much so.
four personality instances.
Flute variants.
Windrider, the breeze traveler,
Yeah.
Don't forget about the Moonrider.
the Moonrider. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
When Moonboy puts that hat on.
It's Scully.
Yeah.
Scully
Wow.
got
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just wait till you hear about glute.
Flutes. Fluteus Maximus.
That's what he became.
That's the name of the next
Moonkai.
episode. Is the blown up? We fight the big flute.
I mean,
Fluteus Maximus.
I just want to see Kai rip the telescope out like a baseball bat.
Yeah, he's gonna
It's
ruin this
expensive.
new.
Fluteus Maximus is already the perfect name for next episode.
I think that's this one. I
Maximus.
think I'm cool with that being this
I think this one's gotta. That one is also good. I was gonna say this one's gotta be check the buckle.
one. Check the buckle.
Check the.
I had a
buttons,
bunch.
baby.
I mean, there's definitely inner demons or an old friend. I liked something about an
This is
echo. We got lots of fun things to play
Yeah.
with.
This is good
Little
shit. What an
devil.
episode! Holy moly!
That was so sweet.
Revelations upon revelations.
Yeah.
Let's go really boring with it and just call it Better Than Heroes Revelations.
7
So
signs
tongue
of
in
the flute.
cheek, but not like
Backstory
enough.
dump. Yeah.
Backstory.
Hell yeah!
I can't wait to name an episode Backstory Dump.
Backstory dump. And it's just a drawing of a toilet. Jordan,
Yeah.
can you draw a toilet?
I can try.
Okay, what's
I
the
swore
toilet?
I never would.
What's the toilet?
Legally,
variant
I'm
of
not
flute?
supposed to.
Yeah.
The toilet.
It's flute. It's flute.
It's definitely
Wind haver?
Flute shoot.
Flute. Yeah.
The flute shoot!
It's the seat writer, right? It's the,
The seat
There you go.
rider!
The seat rider.
Seat rider. And his human name is Deuce. Deuce Whimteaser. Deuce Rimteaser.
All right.
Get us out of here.
It's not gonna get better than that. So.
Let us out.
Much worse than heroes.
All right.
Next week on So Much Worse Than Heroes.
Somebody
Okay.
come back next week. Somebody come back to
Please,
watch.
God. Please,
Posthumously on Better Than Heroes.
Deuce Rim teaser.
Please, God. This is the worst time for this plug, but
From the toilet dimension.
truly, thank you so much. We've had a bunch of new people come onto the Patreon in the last couple months, and it has
Thank
made
you.
the difference for us. Like
This
I can't stress how
Incredible.
much enough it's huge to like subscribing to the channel is wonderful and it's super helpful. But the best way to support our show, if you want to monetarily, is donating to us on Patreon. You can give us just like the plain $5 if you want to play in a game with us that Andrew and I both trade off running. That you play in this world and can like learn more things and affects things in this world. It's called Repo and Leads. You can give us $20 a month and join in that session that happens monthly, or you can just throw whatever at us. It keeps the lights on.
Yeah.
It keeps us going.
The
how
players
we-
in Repos and Leads have visited the Salted Anchor and they've talked to Wilhelmina, the woman.
and been to the toilet dimension.
Okay.
I like how we switched gears there
Thanks.
to being serious. We were like, this poopy, stinky toilet content was made possible by our loyal patrons.
Please give us some money, please. Then right back to poo poo pee pee time.
One more
Pee-pee
huge
time.
thank you to
This week's poo-poo pee-pee time.
one
Yeah,
more huge
Colin,
thank you
thank
to
you for
Colin for
these
making us these dice.
wild dice.
I have to
Oh
make
my God, they're amazing.
yours because I got a few of them, and it's just amazing. So all of
So
you who are
sweet.
watching are
Very
amazing
cool.
for being here and all the things that you do. So
And we have archived episodes on YouTube you can check out. It looks very snazzy. You can subscribe on there. You can catch up if you want.
Shout
they're
out
all
to
there.
you.
They look
Shout-
great.
There's so many folks who I've been cutting out the breaks regularly, but we had a viewer before who was like doing all the timestamps and everything. So thank you for that. Like if you're watching on YouTube,
Oh,
it's still
incredible.
super helpful. You don't have to be here live with us
You're the
to
best.
support here and be part of it. Come hang out with us in the Discord. Don't worry, we have a spoilers channel. We won't spoil it for you. We just want to
Viewers like you.
So. Okay, cool. That's it. We'll see you next week when it's the Windrider versus everybody. So,
Poo-poo pee-pee time. Next week.
I keep waiting for Case to cut us, but it's me this week. So here we go.
Yeah.
All right, ready? Bye. Bye.
Poo poo pee pee time.
Stargazer, Moonboy, Klik, the Crusher, K.A.I, Humbly Chef, and the Windrider, Flute, Whimteaser. They're better than he.